What are your thoughts on the new look Celtics?
I mean, to be honest, as long as you have
as
long as you have Brown at the 4, right? That means you're gonna have 2 players, probably 2 guards. That's probably not giving you shit, right? Like, where's the balance of scoring, right? So if you're guards, you got 2 starters, right? Guards, and they both do the same thing, right? They're not true point guards, so let me guess you're combined, because I do combine, so probably they combined under 30 points.
Yep.
And then they combined under what, 10 assists.
Yep.
Right? When that position, the 2 positions together, you need to hold your own, right? It should be at least 35 points between that position, at least 11 assists between that position. But unfortunately, you don't have those type of players in that position. So you have Derek White at the point guard. I mean, I'm because he cut his hair, cool. But why is he starting if you have the same player in Jrue?
Yeah.
Why do you?
What's the other option?
Well, yeah, what's the other option?
Peyton Pritchard?
A real team? Jaylen Brown or Tatum at the 2, the other one at the 3, bring in old fella at the 4.
Yeah, they played that.
Horford at the 4.
They played that lineup.
And Zingas at the 5. That is your actual team.
Yeah.
And then when I want to sub, right, come in for Jrue.
But if they playing small, it's gonna be Jrue, White, Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis.
Why am I playing small?
Because everyone else is playing small.
Who?
Everybody else.
The Bucks, when they won the championship,
New York play small?
New York sucks. Then when the Bucks won the championship, were they small? No.
No.
I think everyone tries to play
Was the Lakers small? No.
No.
Was Denver small? No. They're beating up on you guys because y'all are small.
You're right.
Miami Heat, you lose 2 times. Why? Small.
Small, playing small ball.
You're playing small ball.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just, it's Suns. You're smaller than them. Like, that's not, that shit looks cute.
So you think the opportunity for us to go back to traditional ball where we got 2 bigs actually in the game can happen? Where we're affecting the game through offensive rebounding. Second chance points.
What I'm saying, the champions have told you that you're going to have to, the bigger team always is winning. The lineups that they're putting in are just, like when you talk about Denver's team, right? Murray's what, 6'3"? And then, KCP 6'6".
6. Oh, yeah.
And then you got 6'10", 6'10", then Jokic.
Yep.
What the fuck you think you're gonna do with that lineup with 6'1", 6'2", 6'5", 6'6", like that? Stop.
And they're switching.
Yeah.
They're switching everything.
When people say small ball, they're just thinking like positionally.
Yeah.
They're not really considering how tall these guys really are at their positions. And that's what we mean by small ball, because I feel like that gets lost sometimes. They're like, oh, they have all these guards in, but these guards are like 6'8", 6'10". Like, they're guards, but they're
they can guard bigs. Just basically
exactly.
Small
if I'm Golden State and I'm like small ball and I got Draymond at the 5 and then KD 6'11", 7 foot at the 4, I'm not small. I'm not small. That's not small, right?
Draymond playing at the 5 not small?
No. Because he plays big, right? So I really have bigs. Like Jaylen, is he averaging 3 blocks, 2 blocks? No blocks, no rebounds.
Yeah, you're right.
No blocks, no rebounds. How is he playing big? Like, that's what I'm.
So you're saying basically like Porzingis, Al Horford, Tatum, Brown, that's the lineup.
I can still play 5 out.
That's a championship
I can still,
lineup.
you know what I mean? I can still do what I want to do, and still, if a guard comes in there, I still have backing. Like, if Ja Morant comes in the lane and the freak is not there.
Yeah. Brooke?
No.
Small, you talking
the unicorn, I mean.
Okay.
The unicorn is not there. Who blocking him? Brown ain't no shot blocker.
Nah.
Easy bucket. That's an easy bucket. That's what I'm saying. It's like, y'all got to really understand basketball and stop trying to copy a model if you don't have the ingredients.
I don't think it was about a model more than it was them trying to alleviate guarding a stretch four. It was the stretch fours trying to figure out how do we guard a stretch four? We need to bring in a smaller guy that can move out and get out to that four because they felt like the fours were too heavy-footed to get out there. But what we, like you're saying, what's proven is on these good teams like the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, they got the big that can play on the floor, they can move, but it can also be big and rebound. So it's like, I think all the teams have played that way because of Steph and Draymond and how they played. They played small, but it was to open up the floor, right? So now you got bigs like Brook Lopez, Giannis, you got
Middleton. That's a big lineup.
Yeah. So now they can move and there's defense there, but all the rest of the 28 teams, maybe 26 teams are playing a certain way and only 4 teams are playing the traditional way of basketball.
And those teams are actually winning the championships.
Winning,
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when we talk about champions, like it's fool's gold. Like when people talk about like the first small ball team was Bulls. Unfortunately, right? Ron Harper's 6'6". Jordan 6'6".
Yeah.
Pippen 6'7", Rodman 6'8", right? Coup coach coming in for, Longley 6'11".
Yep.
That's not small, right? That's big because your guards are bigger than the guards that they got then.
Yep.
That's, 6'1", 6 foot, 6'2" at the max, right? So you have an advantage. Today, you guys are so small, you got power forwards sitting at 6'6", 6'7". What they gonna do? They ain't gonna get no offensive rebound. They're not gonna get no defensive rebound. If your power forward is 6'5" and he got 3 rebounds, you should lose your job. I'm sorry. Well, what is he out there for? To do what?
Right.
To shoot an occasional 3? Like, oh, you gonna shoot 2 threes a game? I'm still not leaving the lane, sir.
Right.
You're not stretching me nowhere. Right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's Al Horford. That's going to be the GOAT lineup.
Yep.
You think he changes it now?
He played it a lot. I seen that lineup out there. They were talking about how the Porzingis Al Horford look made them a little bit stronger defensively.
Yeah, they were talking about the double big line.
Yeah.
They were like making a huge deal about that.
They were.
Oh my God, this team looks like something. Like, duh, that's their actual starting 5.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry, that's the fucking starting 5. Like, have you noticed that they've played this way for the last 5 years and wonder why they couldn't get over the top? You had Gordon Hayward at the 4.
At 6'9", 6'8".
6'7", 6'8". And he's white. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, what is his jumping ability? 34 at the most? Like,
Maybe.
34 at the most with all the injuries? Who the fuck is he blocking? Chris Paul's getting a shot up at the layup over to him. That's what I'm saying. So you have him at the 4. That's been the 4. They've been playing so small that they don't realize that's what's hurt you this whole time.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what studying y'all doing, but them champs is big.
Well, why? The question is, why wouldn't they play Robert Williams and Al at the same time? Because they wasn't playing them together.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think Porzingis brings more to the game.
Because it gives them, what happened is it gives them the recognition that, he can he can guard, he can do it. So that actually gave them the understanding that, hey, Al Horford stretches the fuck.
Yeah.
And him, we can do this.
Together.
We can do this, yeah. It took you that long to realize what the fuck you needed. Right.
I like the look,
and you still have the wrong starting line.
Still got the wrong line.
Let you know that both the guys, 2 assists from your point guard and 2 assists from your shooting guard. It combined, horrible.
21 and 4 combined.
Do you think that the coach's fear with that is that they only have those 2 guys as their front line defense is you try to alleviate getting Al Horford in foul trouble or Porzingis and having them both out there at the same time? You're risking losing them on the back line for the second unit. I think that's what I usually come in with the short lineup, is to have Al come off with the second unit and to keep the game in.
One, you're playing only three. You're only playing an 8-man rotation anyway, for the most part. Right? You're playing an 8-man rotation. You have a guard, and then you have a big and a
If you had a third big, it would be better, right?
They have a third big, don't they?
No. Harnett, what was the white boy from number 40?
Was it Cornette?
Cornette. Yeah. Somebody like Drummond. You had somebody like Andre Drummond coming off third big.
But that's what I'm saying. It's monkey see, monkey do. Like you're doing stuff because someone else did it. You have no original thought. There's no original thought in these coaches. If I ask you a question, hey, why did you sub this player out at the 3-minute mark? Right? You can't give me an answer because this coach did it, this coach did it, that's what I know. And then I'm saying, hey, well, if he's your best player and we're in a penalty, wouldn't you score more and put more fouls if he just starts driving because now they can't touch him? Now the big has to, right, either give him the bucket or get in foul trouble. It then heightens the scoring if your best player is attacking last 2-3 minutes when you're in a penalty. Versus subbing in the guys that are cold aren't aggressive. Right? They're not aggressive. Fouls. They're not gonna create fouls. They're not gonna do none. They're gonna use the 3 minutes to get warm and then start the second quarter, the 6 minutes before they get subbed out. If you haven't figured that out yet, something's wrong with y'all. I'm never subbing my best player out while we're in a penalty. No, they hit you in the first 9 minutes without any penalty. Like, I'm fouling you, check it out of bounds. No, now you about to eat. You get to eat. Try that now. Try that in the full court now so he can walk all the way down there and shoot free throws.
I got a question for you. What y'all think about Jayson Tatum? His progression as a player.
It's game one, right? It's game one. I mean, I don't really give any thought on real judgment on game one because to me this is still old school, 5th game, 6th game of preseason, right? So I need 4 or 5 games to really see once they get their legs. Like I said, it just doesn't make sense to me why you were shorting that part of the season, right? Like the preseason when. I played 40 minutes game 6 and 7 in preseason. Played 40 minutes to get ready for 40 minutes. If I'm playing 15, and then he puts me in for 40, what happens to my body once it hits the 15 mark? Starts naturally wanting to shut down. It hasn't been pushed to that level. So you can't go from 10 to 15 minutes, then go out game 1, 36 minutes, and think you're about to be on some that's not.
I think Tatum is a new KD. I think KD has shown that he's reached his limit, and I think that Tatum has now progressed to the type of guy that I think that I'm taking Tatum over KD right now. The way he played last night, what he showed me, I'm taking Tatum over KD right now.
Well, the difference between the two is one score easier.
Which is KD?
KD scored easier.
Are you talking about in the course of career, or are you talking about right now?
Period.
Right now.
It's an easier score. Like, every move you see Tatum makes is a difficult move.
Yeah.
I think
he scored, right? Everything seems like it's like you have to do something spectacular to score. How much energy are you wasting?
It don't look like that to me.
No, it looks like it.
It don't look like that. It look like he getting his shit in the flow of the game.
Who look like they score easier, him or Luka?
Jayson Tatum or Luka?
Yeah. Who looks like they
Luka.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and the reason that it looks like, the reason Tatum wasted so much energy is because of 5 out. Right? You have 5 out, so that means I got to shake him this way to go here. He stops me, and I got to come back and spin off and do that. Versus if someone starts to cut, boom, he cuts off, 1-2 dribble, pull up.
Right.
You don't have to do all that.
But you got to have a certain type of team to be able to play that type of way, though.
They do.
They do now.
They've been. It's just
That's why I say his progression as a player, he's gotten better because he's understanding now I have to get my points this way. And I've been able to adjust to defenses where I know they're going to load up and I can still get this shit off, even though you load up.
That's the reason they lose in the playoffs. Because it's him and Brown, it's the same, you're doing the same thing.
They're not adjusting at the
I'm going to give you the ball on the wing, right? There's going to be a guy at the, what's the name?
dribbles.
And then you're going to do all this, right? Like, how come the offense hasn't created? Like, Joe Johnson plays where, like, he got to the spot once he got to the mellow, right? There was no, like, the guys that needed, like, if I'm like making plays for him, like, this is what you want to do? Okay, you're going to cut, you're going to cut off. So this is the space you have because I need to conserve your energy. Right now, you're maximizing scoring, which means that the average 35 and 36, you're going to have to score 20, 25 easier.
Well, that's
all 30 of your buckets are hard-earning buckets.
It didn't look difficult last night because Porzingis played well. And I think that him playing well opens up the floor to make it easier for Tatum. Brown played bad because Brown got to find a way to get his points now.
No, he played bad because that's the same offense that they've been doing. He has struggled. That's where he gets all his turnovers. Trying to go and there's a defense there. He crosses over, defense,
right
steal.
Yeah.
Come over, defense, steal.
Well, between White and Jrue Holiday, they got to find a way to open up the floor for Brown because Brown is now playing behind their wall of sagging on them, right? You're going to give up something on that side, so Brown struggles because he's a slasher. You're in the lane, and I can't slash on the catch because they're going to give up this jump shot over here.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. If you, like, an offense like that for someone like Dame and, like, like, I'm going to beat my guy, right? So if I'm going to beat my guy, the only thing that's making me change direction is what? Someone helping.
Yeah.
So if you cut out the someone helping, like, there's a reason Brown can't get to the free throw line. He can't dribble that good, right, to really go by his guy. And when he do want to go by, if there's help, he has to rechange directions. Yeah. If I can get an offense that he can just straight line his guy and dunk, he will be at the free throw line all the time.
Yep.
Like Zion Williams, when he goes, there's nobody.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Those are the offense. Put him at the free throw line, turn and go. So, right? I have you on the wing, baseline goal, front court. Now it's just you. Boom.
It sounds like what we're saying is they ain't got no set offense for success.
It's AAU basketball 5-out. AAU basketball 5-out. I can't score. Give it to you.
It looked good last night because they was hitting shots.
It was hitting shots, right?
You're right.
Porzingis was hitting shots that even he was like,
You're right.
You're
right. And Knicks don't play the best.
It's the Knicks.
The Knicks don't play the best defense.
It's the Knicks on opening night.
Right.
The sorry-ass Knicks, and that's what you want to be. No, it's the Knicks, bro.
Right. And it shouldn't be close if we're going to be dominant.
It's the Knicks, man.